Hello, my name is Abhishek and I am a software engineer as well as data scientist by profession. My friends always tell me as a technophile and I love technology. As per the request of my all friends, here I am with my tech series for the homeowners 1.0 and I'm going to talk more about Tesla Solar. So let's go ahead. I'm going to talk today for the audience who are more inclined for the solar or who wants to understand more about that. How my video is going to help them. I'm going to do a small easy peasy test class for physics and maths, and don't worry, I'm not going to fail you. I'm going to just give you basic background so that you can understand the real and you can decide easily. I will try to explain and share my experience with Tesla and the other company solar, and I'm also going to share some of the bills and the credit that I got from utility, and at the end I'm going to share the concluding points and also how you can do the order the solar Tesla solar. As you know that there is no one salesman that comes to your door and asks you to get the solar. So you know what, that is a challenge with it, and at the end I will say the reference. So let's go ahead, and just to let you know, this is all information, so please do your due diligence before ordering it. I'm just here to help you. Thank you. So if you own the house, then this is the right place to spend few more minutes to understand about how you can save money, and how, if you are paying the electricity bill and or you want to support global warming, you are interested in the green energy, you want to save money in the long run, or you want to have a safe retirement with minimal investment. I mean to say that you don't want to pay electricity bill once you retire, then this slides are going to give you much more information. Stick with me. So, to understand in detail, you need to understand first physics and then maths. And that's why I'm going to cover you in this series. So, what is the physics behind solar? So, what is the technology and how big solar unit you need for your house, and how the whole solar unit works for your house, that I'm going to cover in my physics class. And next, in mathematics class, I want you to give the opportunity to understand that how much you are paying without solar for your electricity, how much you will pay post getting solar, and how much you are going to pay for the solar. So overall mathematics, when you do that, then I will let you decide that how much you are getting benefited. So I hope at the end of my slide you will be able to answer all these questions. So I will start with physics here. So solar power. What is solar power? Solar power is the energy from the sun that is converted into thermal or electrical energy. So sun is giving the energy that we are using it for our house. So when we know the solar power, then the first thing comes into mind, like how to know that which solar power and how much solar power is good, and that's why physics is required. So let's go ahead and understand what is power. So power is the rate which is produced or consumed. So it's a rate, and the unit to measure that power is watt, and that is also known as W, the big W, and that measures the rate of power over a period of time. So that is watt. And then what is a very small unit, so we have much more electrical appliances, so that's why we have a next term is kilowatt, and that is known as small k big W, so capital W, so that is kW, and that is equal to 1000 Ws. So either you say that 1000 watt or you say 1 kilowatt. And same way, so since, as I said, that watt is the measure that power over a period of time, and that is why we multiply with hours to make it the correct measure, that to understand that how much hour we are using it, just to understand this WH, right? So think like that. If you bought a fan which is 250 watt hour or something, so it doesn't mean like until you use it how many hours, it's not going to add some values functionally, right? So that's why hour is important, and we need to multiply the time how much you're going to consume it. So the same thing in formula wise, if you try to understand, is watt into time, that is hours, divided by 1000 is known as kWh. So this is what you will be seeing in your electricity bill or in your utility bill, that whether you are producing or you're consuming per day, average, monthly or yearly. Okay. So now let's understand how the solar panel works. What is net metering? So in a small world, it's a this pretty house with the sun. So you see this, that solar panels are getting the heat from solar sun, and it's making it's converting by our by the this inverter, and it's giving back to the home, this line, and then whatever the leftover is going to the grid. So this is how the whole connection works. So even the solar doesn't work in the night, then what happens, the power comes from the grid and gives back to the home. And whenever in the afternoon time, right, when you have solar is more, so what happens, your usage is less, and then the extra power goes to the grid. So this is what it keep happening over a period. And then some of the people who are watching and doesn't want to have a grid connection, because you need to pay for that grid connection, right? So if you don't want to have that, then there is a different battery, and one of them is Tesla batteries that they provided, like whatever extra you make it, you store in your battery, so that even when there is no sun, then you can still get the power. So this is how quickly how solar panel works in the house. So solar panel is a very good technology actually, and I have taken this screenshot from the Tesla Solar website, and if you see that, Tesla clearly claims that they do price match guarantee. They are pretty much confident that any company, whatever price they are giving, they are going to match it. And with my experience with other companies, I see this 25 years that Tesla is giving, more or less it's equivalent everywhere. But one very important point here to consider is, if a company that started 2 years or 5 years back, we don't know that company is going to stay for next 25 years, and that makes a big dilemma, that which company we should go. So I will let you think and decide that how you take it, but for me, I really want that the company should definitely give me first guarantee that they will exist, and if they exist, then they have to give me guarantee for my solar panels. So as we see here, the Tesla claims that your solar panels are guaranteed by the manufacturer at least 80% of the nameplate power capacity for at least 25 years. So even till the end of 25 years, when you install the solar, you have still 80% minimum power production. So that is really cool. So I'm going to use this thing in my math, so just remember that. Now, the other unit is, one is, the Tesla, the solar panels, and that can be any solar panel, right? And the second thing is, there is a solar inverter, or you can have a power wall, so, or the roof mounting and leaks. So that is 10 years comprehensive warranty given by Tesla. So now, with this knowledge, I think we are good to go for mathematics. So think like that. Now I'm just doing normal addition and multiplication and trying to understand how good it is, right? So any solar plan, how it works. So for an example, let's take that the total price after the tax credit. So I am going to talk more in the next slide, like about tax credit and all, but try to see just here about mathematics, that if there is a solar panel that costs 13,930 and you pay it on the first day, right, when you get it. So let's say in 2023 you get it installed and you paid $13,930 and start paying it, and you had a utility bill of $200. Okay, so what happens that by the year end, by the year 2028, these amount of this 200 per month across, like, it adds up to $14,400. So by the end of 2028, it's already like, this money that you paid, it's going to make like 14,400 400. So it is almost like, more than that. So here's one catch, that even you have a solar, then you pay the minimum charge. So every state has different rules, but as far as Florida is concerned, in Florida we have to pay $35 monthly, around 30, and plus tax and charges. So I'm going to say that, but it's approx 35. So if you multiply, like, till 2028 you paid just 210, and then basically you have to multiply with 12. So this is what you paid. So actually, in like 7 years, right, you are going to pay completely this amount, and then after that, whatever amount is you have to pay in the utility bill, that is your all savings, right? So that is one of the ideal case. So I have taken a different cases here, right? So if one case, when your electricity bill is $200 and you are paying the utility bill 35, let's say, I'm assuming every time that we are making almost 100% efficient, right? Like either 100% or more than that. So in that case, you see that the total amount is going to be covered almost like round off like 7 years. And even your electricity bill is $190 per month that you are paying. It's almost like, again, if you see these numbers, I have rounded off, so kind of 7.33 and something kind of. So approx 7 years you are going to get over. So rest 18 year, whatever the you're producing, that is your own money. And same way, in the if your electricity bill is $180, then it will take 8 years to overcome your investment. And if your electricity bill is just 160 years, then your investment, this 13,930, is going to take 9 more years. But after, you have still 16 years, and that whatever you're producing, that will be completely almost free for you. So now let's see this graph. So as my previous slide, as I said, like, I consider the price is fixed, right? But in a real world, it doesn't happen. What happens, the year wise year, the price of electricity is going up, right, as we all know. So it is going to go up, and at the same time, in some of the cases, depending upon your power installation, how much in 10 years, if you are going to make it, then it is going to be fixed, right? No payment. Or in other case, let's say you are going for 20-year loan, then again, you are going up to pay up to 20 years, and then you are not going to pay. So even though in first case, what I took, like, you paid completely, then by the next of 7 years, like here, it got paid off, and after that it's completely fixed. So this all, this money, whatever the extra money that you're going to pay, that basically you're going to save it. So with that, my maths and physics class is over. Now let's see the practical use, and let me share my experience. So this is my roof. I have a ranch home, and in the blue sky it looks really so beautiful, and as you see, there is not much more space, so it is safer for that Florida weather. So you see there is an inverter that Tesla provides, and this solar. So these two things I have got. I do have a Tesla car. I'm going to consider that for the next my series, but for now I will talk more about Tesla solar. So here is the example. I do have 22 panels for my ranch single family, that is 2089 square feet. Okay, so when you get it, and I do have 8.5 kilowatt power solar that I have, right? So I'm going to say my invoice here. So if you see, this is what I got in 2022. So I paid $16,235, where initially while ordering I paid $250. So they asked me to pay $15,985 once it was installed. So the good part was tax credit. So the new government came, and as per the previous government, it was going to be, if I'm not wrong, it was going to become like 26%, and by next year it was going to be 0. But with new law, it is 30%. So this is my TurboTax screen. If you see it, I got $4,871 as a tax credit, and again, there is some law that you should owe that much tax, and then this much money is going to be credited. So basically this tax credit, if you pay the tax, then you're going to save this money. So I'm just with the calculator, I'm just doing 30% of 15,000 this much, and subtracting. So basically I paid just 11,114. So now let's see the different kind of other solar companies and their bills, and you will get surprised that almost they were giving of half power with the same price. And I literally, I said them, can you match it, the Tesla, even 10% extra, and they were not able to do it. So for an example, the big dog solar, they were asking me 12,311 for just 3.72 kilowatts. So if I go back, and I said that I had 8.5 kilowatt, right? And here in this case it's giving me 3.72. So even multiplied by 2 is almost like 6.7 point something. So it's half, lesser than half, and the price is almost same. The other company, Ecomark Solar, that also was giving me 10,611 for just the 3.9 kW watt. So again, with the smaller power, I was trying to make it the price up to that much only, and they just reduced system size very, very small. And in that case, I was going to about to pay like half of my electricity bill still after getting solar, and that's why it doesn't make sense. So either if I had to increase this kilowatt, I have to make it double then. And that's why trying to make it apple to apple, I tried to keep the price same, similar kind of, and then you see the price of system, the actual system went down less than half. So it was really different. Now let me show you with my experience of last 1 year how my utility bill looks like. So Tesla solar installed and activated in April 2022. So if you see, I have taken the screenshot from my utility bill, and as you see here, it shows green, and after April it's 0, right? So same way in April it is 0 in 2022, and at the end, if you see in this screenshot by net metering, this bill is for December, right? So in December it says that I have produced 3,246 kWh extra power that I have created, I have given to the grid, right? So that power is carry forward balance. So that power, electricity bill Duke, they paid me $185 after a month. Like in February bill, they paid me 185, and they said, you know what, whatever you're paying $35 minimum, we are going to subtract that. So, and that credit goes on for next like several months. So and again from January, again you see the actual carry forward balance was started like with like from January 0 and then 361 and 531, and it goes on. So basically $185 created credited by the utility company in just 8 months of Tesla solar production. So I was producing much more than what I was consuming here. Now, let me show you the power, how much average, again, because it has to be, you have to do apple to apple match, right? So my KWH, so this screenshot, if you have same utility company, you can go back and check your monthly, yearly kind of year selection and check how much power you are consuming it, right? So in this case, you see the consumed is green and the gray one is the generated, and it was always higher than what I consumed, right? And that is the reason at the end I got the money back. And this is my, so overall the KWH, if you see the monthly one was around 1600 kWh monthly. I had the kind of power. So, and then in this case, if I took just April, May, like 1 month of power consumption to see the daily power, and that it says that my average is around 25. So if your power is around 30, 35 or 40 also, it will go beyond like 100%, and you may not get the money back, but it's going to cover all of your electricity bill basically. Now, the Tesla app. So, as I said, Tesla is although it's a company of like, they are giving solar, but they have a very great software thing, and they have a software mobile app which looks like this. So there it says on a regular basis, every transactional basis, it shows that how much solar is creating, how much your home is using, and how much your grid is doing. So in this at this particular moment, if you see 7.2 kilowatt, solar is producing 3.4 kilowatt, kind of grid is giving. So if you add it, it is, the home is consuming 10.6. So at this moment, it was really high, and I do work from home, so that's when AC is on and everything, and maybe that time my washer dryer was on, so it was really high. And as the solar goes up, after that it goes reverse. So my solar becomes like more, and then the home consumption less. And that's why overall, if you see for from last 1 year, right? So from March till December, because it's got like activity in the last week of March kind of. So after that, if you see here, it's a different. So the grid is like around 31%. So 31% of the power what I created, that I given to the grid. So how to order, and what is the benefit of referral, or how, if you like Tesla, then what you can do it. So 2 steps, it's a very easy way. You will have a link like this. You can click on this link, and as soon as you click on it, you will go to page like this, and there you have to select the solar panels. You have to click order now, enter your home address and average electricity bill, and the system will automatically give you some assign you some size, but you can change it. So just to do the analysis, what I did, you can select the custom size and put 8.5 for that solar panel, and then hit compare system. So as soon as you do it, you will see the screen like this. Okay, so you will see 8.5, 15.3 kilowatt and 12.75, and each power. And then I have just put like no batteries, so it will reduce the price like anything. And then if you see the solar power production is 11,909 and the price is 13,930. So this is why I took this example here. So although it was higher than my price, right, because I had the same system, the reason is right now there is an extra referral discount that is $500, and there is another discount that is if you are ordering more than 8.5 kW, equal or more than, right, and they're giving $850 discount. That is a limited time discount that if you are going to avail with the 30% tax credit, it's going to just make you 13,930. So this is your whole mathematics. So again, to revise, you go back and just see if taking this example, how many years you're going to completely cover up, and then after that it's all money, whatever is producing is yours. So references, I have tried to put all the references from where I use the content, and I do request that if you want to go in detail, you can click on these links and go for details. Last not the least, thank you. I hope it helped you to make the decision. I am Abhishek. I'm a son, brother, friend, software engineer, husband, Hindu, social and good human being. I try to help you, and I hope you like it. And just let me know what is the next series you want to see. With my analysis, I think Tesla Solar is one of the best option in this market, and you do your maths and then decide. Note that discount keep changes for the Tesla, so if you can't see the discount, you might be watching late or my presentation, but still there is never late. You are still saving money in the long run for 25 years. So with that note, I will say thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye.